God. Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about altcoins. I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys, and as always, I'll do my best to get to your questions and see if we can't troubleshoot your problems here live. So let's get started. Oh no, I forgot to turn this on. Okay, let's do it. All right, welcome everybody. I'm here with the rig and all of my man cave stuff here behind me. I've got some interesting wallets over here that I received from Ballet. I'll remind me to talk about those. I've got my new Stream Deck set up over here. I apparently it can launch rockets and make coffee in the morning and all kinds of cool stuff. I've just set it up to switch scenes in OBS Studio, but I've been watching lots of videos trying to get up to speed on all that cool stuff the Stream Deck will do to improve the live stream. So once again, my name is Rex. I'm the Crypto Dad. I talk about crypto, mostly self-custody and technical support. We do go over the crypto news because it's helpful, and I think a lot of people tune in for the news. And we've got an agenda of things we're going to do tonight that mostly involve moving crypto around in some way or form. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I appreciate everybody being here. Let's switch over. Let's use the Stream Deck. Can we do it? There it goes. I can't even press a button, man. What's up with me? All right. So here I am. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. Mustafa Lamb. Let me turn this way. Right? Is this the way I want to be? Right? Okay. Camera one. Over to you, Bill. Kenneth, I found that I received my Flare token airdrop a few days ago. I hope that all the XRP owners also received their airdrop of Flare. Interesting. It's been a long time coming. I guess we'll talk a little bit about Flare and how I totally had given up on it. I was tired of people asking me about it and was very smug about it because no one had received their Flare tokens. And here it is 5 years later, and finally the Flare tokens came in. So yay, Flare tokens. Although the price has been pretty much unchanged since the airdrop, which is to be expected. Generally, you would expect the price to go down because people that receive free tokens generally sell them right away. Yeah, you know. Beginning to wonder if the Flare would ever be airdropped, says Kenneth. That's fine. Me too. Norm Yarg is here. E. Poston is here from Colorado. Thanks for being here. Frank Rodriguez, hello. Amsterdam, Holland, thank you for being here. Trevor is here. Dan is here. Dan Westra, our moderator. One of the moderators, JDO, is the other one. I don't see him yet. Paul Wiener is here. Yay, Paul. DI from Australia. Alru, hello. It's good to have you. Howard Williams. You're going to do some unstaking of ETH? You know, I should. That's a really good suggestion, but unfortunately, I did not do any native staking of ETH. The native staking of Ethereum on the Ethereum blockchain, in order to do that, required at least 32 ETH, which at any point in the past, I did not have. I think at some point in the past, I had about 7 Ethereum. So I was not able to natively stake my Ethereum. And from what I understand, I think we're going to cover in the news, there's a long line. Actually, I didn't queue up that news story, but maybe I'll pull it up and we'll talk about it, of people waiting to get their Ethereum unstaked. If you used a third party like Lido, which allowed you to stake Ethereum, I believe Lido, the unstaking of your ST ETH was also dependent on the Shanghai upgrade. And so if I still had some ETH in Lido, then I probably could have demoed that for you guys. But I did a demo on doing Lido a couple years back, and the ST ETH that you received as kind of your placeholder was tradable. So I ended up selling my ST ETH and kind of just got out. So someone out there that bought my ST ETH is probably waiting to get it unstaked somewhere, but not me. So I hope everyone can hear me. Everything's going good. Everyone can see me. Tom McCullough is here. Good to have you, Tom. Every time you jump in, I seem to miss you and then notice you the next day. So I'm glad I saw you just as you dropped in. Diatom Ranger, Emmanuel here again. Thank you for being here. Dee is here from Australia. She has a Nano S. I've not used it for a while. I might have to check it today and see if you have any crypto left. Yeah, if you put some in there, it should still be in there. But if you have a Ledger device, it is best practice to keep it updated. You know, you might want to run Ledger Live on a semi-regular basis once a month. At the very least, to make sure that you don't need to update the Ledger Live software or the firmware on the device or the apps on the device. It's a fluid device, right? It's a gadget. It needs to be updated just like your phone and your computer. Yeah. So, but let's go ahead and take care of the housekeeping first. If you check the description down below the video, you will see this information that I've got here for you. We've got our little agenda of stuff we're going to do. I will talk about self-custody of Ethereum because Ethereum's in the news today. But yeah, I should have queued up some kind of unstaking demo for you guys. I apologize for that. But we will be talking about self-custodying Ethereum and some other stuff. What wallets are right for you, that kind of stuff. Got some stuff you can use to connect to me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. You can shoot me an email. Please do. If you have a question, I'd be more than happy to answer it through email. I don't do one-on-one tech support sessions. I find that a little too terrifying. Yeah, it's pretty taxing on the psyche. So I don't do that, but I'm more than happy to go back and forth with email exchange, and I've helped a lot of people in the past through email. Let's see the financial disclaimer. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And the news stories we're going to talk about, which I'm about to jump into. Some affiliate links for wallets that I like, hardware wallets. I've included the Ballet wallet there. I don't have an affiliate link for them, but I do somewhere. I haven't, we're still figuring it out. But I do have the link to the website. We'll talk about the Ballet preloaded wallets tonight, which I alluded to earlier. And some free wallets here, some software wallets, or what we might want to call hot wallets. There's a little overlap between hot and cold and software and hardware, but we'll figure it out, right? Still time to get your taxes filed. This is the 15th, but from what I understand, the deadline will be Tuesday of next week for whatever reason. I guess they don't like to do it on a Friday. So I guess in order to be quote unquote on time, you still have till Tuesday to file your taxes. So some crypto tax resources here. Crypto Tax Girl, who was on the show last month or the month before. Gordon Law Group, who I interviewed. Andrew, very nice lawyer. And we've got some taxware links here for you guys. Tax software links for you guys if you're more of a do-it-yourselfer. And some other affiliate stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the news. We've had a pretty good last few days. The market has been doing well. Bitcoin broke 31 briefly. Why don't we see where it's at the moment as far as crypto.com is concerned? It's kind of been hovering around 30,005 most of the day. But and I think after it went up to 31 a day or two ago, it did drop down around 30. I remember kind of looking at it and seeing that, it's barely hanging on to 30, but apparently it's okay. In the U.S., like the CoinDesk ticker is showing it at 30,332. Let's see. This is Coin Telegraph showing it at 30,327. So that's kind of where we're at. They're showing Ethereum at 2,000, just over 2,000, which is really good. We're going to talk about Ethereum in the news tonight. And then on crypto.com, if that icon would move for me, yeah, it's a little over 21. So Ether has risen over 9% since the Ethereum Shanghai upgrade, which held center stage in crypto markets for much of the week. Bitcoin held fast above 30,000. And it also bucked the trend of being that buy the rumor, sell the news action. The expectation was that and that coffee is terrible. Ugh. I don't know what happened. I used my Keurig to do it, and maybe it was just an old Keurig cup. Maybe that's why. Anyway, enough about me. So, yes, the Ethereum held strong even after the upgrade went live, and still kind of holding that new price action, right? Major digital assets surged in an eventful week that included encouraging inflation data. Encouraging inflation data. Yeah, right. Inflation's going down, baby. Let's go buy a bunch of steaks because, the inflation's down now. Yeah, right. And much anticipated Ethereum Shanghai upgrade. Once shaken, confidence in crypto markets rose, along with valuations and trading volumes. BTC and Ether have risen about 9% and 11% respectively over the past 7 days, with much of the gains occurring over the latter few days. Okay. Let me go ahead and pop out chat so I can keep an eye on what you guys are talking about over here. JDO's here. Thank you for being here tonight, JDO. I appreciate it. So we have JDO, Kenneth, and Dan here. All what was that movie? The Three Amigos. That's the one. Oh, that's a good movie. Three Amigos. My Three Amigos. Let's see. Here we go. In recent economic reports, inflation was lower, right, than expected, and jobless claims were higher than expected. The Fed may have been hoping for such signs as reasons to justify not raising interest rates again when the Federal Open Market Committee, FOMC, meets in May. As you may or may not know, they did raise rates 0.25 basis points at the last meeting, which was early April. I'm not sure exactly where it stands. The base rate, which is the rate that banks charge each other to lend money, I believe it's at around 5%. It might be a little higher than 5%. But there's a lot of jibber jabber. It can't go much higher without breaking things, right? We had a little banking scare a couple weeks back, which apparently we've all decided doesn't matter anymore, at least on the surface. It's probably still bubbling under the hood. Bond markets have begun to respond. The spread between the 2- and 10-year Treasury bonds, while still negative, has narrowed. Yay. Crypto markets' biggest news was the completion of the Shanghai update. Right. This is just a generalized article about the latest stuff going on in the crypto markets. I did want to just kind of check this story here. A price prediction. BTC price target C33K next as Bitcoin eyes key resistance flip. Bitcoin faces a formidable trend line in 31,000, with United States equities providing a continued boost for BTC price upside. So we'll see. The economy really hasn't improved. Inflation really hasn't improved. Normal people are still subject to inflation. The only thing that allowed them to say that inflation was down was that somehow gas prices had fallen over the last year from their highs during the Ukraine thing, and then they haven't been rising much. Although I have noticed my local gas station is up to about 3.79, right? And over the last couple months, it had been down as far as like $3.20. So, and of course, the inflation reports are backward looking anyway. But somehow gas was able to stay lower long enough to make the entire measurement of inflation stable or slightly lower, when we all know that we are still suffering from inflation. They've just fudged the numbers enough to make us think it doesn't matter anymore, but you still pay your hard-earned money for food and all that stuff. Enough complaining, Rex. Let's talk about good stuff. For Bitcoin preserved the new 10-month highs at the April 14th Wall Street Open as analysts kept hoping for further gains. 31,000 is the make or break line. Dan would know more about the charts and all that good stuff. BTC US dollar trading pair consolidating around $30,700 after spiking past the 31,000 mark, which we talked about. The pair saw no major retracement. That's good stuff, which means it did not like precipitously jump back down after going higher, which is good. Now market participants eye the potential for bulls to capitalize on existing momentum with the help of positive macro trends. I love those macro trends. United States equities opened higher with the S&P 500 and NASDAQ Composite Index both up 0.3% at the time of writing. With stocks opening up hot, BTC was able to maintain above the previous range high. Popular Trader says. Josh Rager. Okay. So I guess we're looking at 32 or 33 as our next resistance, or what we want to break. It would be nice. I believe the next stop is just a hair above 33,000, where we'll encounter the 100-day moving average or on the weekly time frame. Don't forget we have bullish divergence and convergence on the weekly, and this has never failed after we've seen at least a 75% drop in Bitcoin's price from the previous cycle. I don't quite understand all of that. Still long Bitcoin, right? Yay. All right. So I wanted to kind of focus a little bit just to, like I said, these stories are linked down below. We won't spend too much time hashing them over, and I've talked about Ethereum, but Ethereum has done some amazing, the Ethereum price action has been amazing over the last couple of days. Ethereum climbs to over 21K to further its post-Ethereum Shanghai upgrade surge. Bitcoin has also continued its more moderately paced momentum, inching towards 31,000. Here we go. Ether rose sharply a day after the Ethereum Shanghai upgrade. Bitcoin was also on the rise. The mass unlock of staked ETH that some crypto market observers predicted did not occur. Ethereum's price rose. The prospects for Ethereum and liquid staking derivatives are encouraging. Let me see if I can find that little story that I had run across earlier. I think it was on CoinDesk. It had to do with people waiting for Ethereum, if I can find it. Oh, let's just search for Ethereum and see what we get. I guess it was probably on the other site, right? Cointelegraph. Let's look at that. No, can't find that story. Anyway, it was a story about there was like a 2-week wait period for unstaking Ethereum. I must have seen it somewhere else. I'm not sure exactly where I saw it, but there are a lot of people queued up to unstake their Ethereum. It's only natural now that it's possible. But it hasn't really dented the price much. We'll see as more and more people get the Ethereum that they had locked up for a couple of years. We'll see. Although some of those people might have locked up their Ethereum when it was much higher, say around 4 or 5,000, which it was back in 2021. So they may not be as willing to sell right away. They did earn more Ethereum when from the staking. They earned extra Ethereum, but the Ethereum that they locked up at higher prices they're probably not in a big hurry to sell, right? So we'll see, as far as, the rush to sell. It's always nice to have a little bit of liquidity, and there will, of course, be some selling. People, need money sometimes, and so we'll see. And the next story I've got is about Elon Musk. They always seem to include some Elon Musk story. Last week, it was the story about him changing the Twitter icon to a Doge and back again. And this week, it's he's starting a new company to go to compete with OpenAI, the Chat GTP, the company behind Chat GTP. It was only a couple weeks ago that he signed an open letter to the world about the dangers of AI and suggested pausing OpenAI, any additional pausing development on post GPT-4, right? GPT-5. First it was, hey, we better slow down on this AI stuff. And then he just goes full tilt and says, you know what? I'm just going to go buy 2,000 GPUs and start a company. Bless his heart, right? Tech entrepreneur Elon Musk is reportedly developing plans to create an artificial intelligence startup to compete with ChatGPT maker OpenAI, one of the most popular generative AI companies. He co-founded OpenAI back in 2015. The revelation came after information surfaced that Musk is assembling a team of AI researchers and engineers. According to the Financial Times, while Musk left the board of OpenAI in 2018, the launch of the new AI startup will place him among other tech giants, such as Google and Microsoft, to build next-gen AI. The report suggests that Musk is in talks with existing SpaceX and Tesla investors regarding investments in the upcoming AI venture. A bunch of people are investing in it. It's real, and they are excited about it, added FT's source. Financial Times. In the months ahead, we will use AI to detect and highlight manipulation of public opinion on this platform. Let's see what the Psychop Cat drags in. Okay. The alleged findings complement a recent report from April 12th, wherein an anonymous source revealed that Musk procured, it was 10,000 GPUs, not 2,000. 10,000. To power Twitter's AI initiatives. Okay. All right. No, I was like, no. There has also been talk of Twitter implementing some sort of crypto payment system, which would, and I don't have a news story about that. I'm just giving you what I heard somewhere. And that would probably be much more of an impetus to the market than this. If you recall, back in early 2021 was when Musk announced that he had bought about $1 billion worth of Bitcoin on Tesla's books, right? It was Tesla. He invested Tesla's loose cash in Bitcoin. He's since sold some of that, but that was one of the big drivers for the bull run of 2021 was Elon Musk doing that, announcing that, and so we'll see if he's gonna. I grew tired of Elon Musk moving the crypto market. So, but he might be back for another round if Twitter implements some sort of crypto payment system, be it Dogecoin or Bitcoin or whatever, however he does it. So keep an eye on Elon Musk, right? And then this story, Kenneth sent me a story from Bloomberg about this, but sometimes Bloomberg is behind a paywall depending on how many times you've accessed one of their stories. So I basically just found the same story on Cointelegraph. FTX, the defunct crypto exchange, has discovered 7.3 billion in assets, or recovered, found it in the couch cushions, whatever. They will consider rebooting the exchange. What could possibly go wrong? Now that they've gotten rid of Sam Bankman-Fried, right? I guess that's what they said. Filed for bankruptcy in November of 2022 and has since been mired in court proceedings. May be considering restarting in the future. In an April 12th hearing in the United States Bankruptcy Court for the District of Delaware, lawyers with Sullivan and Cromwell, representing FTX, said the crypto firm had recovered roughly $7.3 billion in liquid assets. A March filing from the debtors reported the four FTX company silos had roughly $4.8 billion in scheduled assets as of November 2022, with an investigation into the assets ongoing. Now, call me a simpleton, but I would think that any assets that they recovered should go to repaying the people that were left high and dry when the company went belly up. I don't know what they owe, but I thought it was substantial. So, them talking about rebooting the exchange seems like crazy talk when they still need to make right all the people that had assets on their exchange that were wiped out, right? They should deal with that first, shouldn't they? I don't know. Just kind of a weird news story, though. But I guess good news for the crypto industry market. Whatever. Thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. I really appreciate you throwing a tip out there. I appreciate it. Let's see what we can do over here. Actually, I think I want to move my, first I want to put on my chroma key, and then I'll move my little green screen over. We'll see. Oh, there's two of me. Isn't that weird? Let's move this one over. I like this camera when I'm over here reading, and we might move it around. We'll see. I don't know if this is, good stuff or not. I need to be able to see what you guys are talking about, and at the same time kind of be facing you instead of like my face looking over that way as I'm reading. Here we go. So Dan is giving some advice to Texas Life. Where can I find your email? Would love some help if you have time on something I'm sure you could clear up fast. Love your videos. My email is in the description, not too far down where it says connect with CryptoDad. So right here at the very top, connect with CryptoDad. There's my email right there. Shoot me an email. See what I can do. And Dan sounds like he's giving you some good advice about recovering accounts if you reinstalled Ledger Live or tried to install Ledger Live on a different computer or something of that nature, or reset your device, recovered your device. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. I just want to get caught up on the chats. What are your thoughts on privacy coin like WoW, Darrow, Monero, and Pirate? They sound good, but I'm not sure. I don't really give investment advice as far as which coins are good investments, but as far as use case, privacy coins are a good use case. They're kind of what people think all crypto is. Many people don't realize that Bitcoin and especially Ethereum and a lot of other coins are public, and anyone can look on the Bitcoin blockchain or the Ethereum blockchain. Every crypto transaction that you do is noted and recorded, And so a lot of people think that when they use crypto, they have anonymity, but they really don't. But there are coins such as Monero that you mentioned, WoW, Dero, Pirate, that are specialize in privacy, and they have encryption built in uh, to their blockchains that obfuscate transactions. So if I send you some Monero, um, you and I might be able to talk, and so you know I'm sending it, but anyone else looking from the outside will not know that I'm the one that sent you the Monero, and vice versa. So it's just a way to keep your transactions private, which is a I love privacy. I'm a big advocate of privacy. The only problem with privacy is the government doesn't like it very much. The IRS doesn't like it very much, and criminals tend to use it. I believe everyone has the right to privacy. It's a fundamental right. Um, but a lot of people think of it as a way to avoid paying taxes on income. So that's not really a good way to think about it. I believe in privacy and the idea behind privacy coins, but I don't think it's a great idea to use it to sort of hide your profits and your assets. Now, you can report any earnings that you have made on privacy coins to the government without revealing your information about your wallets. The government, we talked with Laura about this, and I think Andrew over at Gordon Law mentioned this, that you really don't have, on your tax return, you don't have to provide your wallet addresses. And even if you did provide your Monero wallet address, the government wouldn't be able to really look into the individual transactions of your wallet, because public Monero addresses, there's no Monero blockchain explorer, right? It doesn't work like that. It's but I think privacy coins are a great idea as long as you report any. Don't use it to hide your gains of whatever gains. The problem with crypto is that the government treats it as property, so that even if you spend it, that becomes a taxable event. So many people might think, well, that's not right, but that's kind of the way things are right now. So it would make sense if you treat Monero or Pirate or whatever privacy coin you're dealing with as a currency, which I believe it should be considered a currency by the government, even though it's not. And then you have some in a wallet, and then you use it to buy something. It should be private, right? But unfortunately, when you spend privacy coin, because crypto is considered a property, it is a taxable event and it needs to be reported. Now, you can probably still declare those, and it could be either a gain or a loss, right? Depending on how much you paid for the crypto when you bought it. But you can still declare those taxable events on your tax form without completely revealing all of what's going on with your privacy coin, right? So it's much more private. But as long as you, there's a word for it, declare your gains, then you should be fine, and you don't have to reveal. And privacy is great, right? Let's see, Emmanuel, another tip. I appreciate it. Big on privacy coin. Yes, alt experience with Med Exchange. They have many new coins. Haven't done Mexi. Any experience. I thought it was Ant experience. Any experience with Mexi Exchange. Well, let's see. We had found that other exchange that we had, and let's just go ahead and close these news stories off to kind of clear up. And I did want to talk about the Bitcoin, the ballet stuff, but I don't believe is this the Mexi? No, that's something else. So MEXC exchange. Okay. Have not used this. MEXC Global. Your IP and nationality indicate that you are located in a country region where MEXC services are restricted. MEXC does not provide service to users, and I've got an American IP address, right? So if anyone in the U.S. were wanting to use this, they would probably have to use a VPN to hide their nationality, right? Use a VPN server in Europe or whatever. Now, I don't know who, can be served by this, whether it's Europe or Asia or South America or whatever. Maybe it's everywhere except the US. I don't know. Haven't used it yet, though. But I'll go ahead and put it in my links here. So maybe I can toy around with it a bit. Haven't used it, though. But I did want to talk about these Ballet wallets here. Let me see if I can. See if I can do this. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. I think I wanted to do this, and then I wanted to do this, and I wanted to do that. Okay. So you can kind of see me. Oh my God, look at the mess over there. You normally don't see that kind of stuff, but I just wanted to quickly. How can I get rid of that? Those peanuts over there. How's that? That's not too bad. Yeah. And then I don't need a background. Whatever. Am I looking here? Yeah. I was given, and we can switch over to this guy here. I was given by the Ballet wallet people. Whoops. Let's put this back here. These wallets, I wasn't given them. They were, I basically purchased them. It was kind of an agreement. And here we go. The wallets are in denominations. They're pretty cool. Now, I've done Ballet wallets before. This is a 25-bit, right? This is a 5K bit. I don't know why they decided to use the word bit as a denomination, because it's not a Satoshi. Because according to their, and I have this one too, according to their scheme, 0.1 Bitcoin is 100,000 bits. And that would make, if you multiply that times 10, you get 1 million. So they're counting a bit as 1 million. There's 1 million bits in 1 Bitcoin. And Satoshis are 100,000. So I'm not sure why they didn't use the word Satoshi, but they used bits. But I like the way, it says 5K. I think that's pretty cool. 10K. So those, I think these are really cool. And you can buy them preloaded. So let's take a look at the app here real quick. I have put these into the Ballet Wallet app. So you can see them here. You can see that I can monitor the full value of all the cards or all the wallets that are added to my app. And you can look at them individually once they get scanned in. And you can kind of keep track of them. What I think is cool about these, that's an old picture of Alex. What I think is cool about these is that they're a denomination. So instead of thinking of them in terms of dollars, you can think of them in terms of a set amount of Bitcoin. Whereas a normal Ballet wallet, like their other wallet, where I just drop in my own Bitcoin, is kind of fluid. I can add more to it if I want to, but this is more of a, hey, I've got, 0.01 Bitcoin in here, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to stay there as that amount, and I can sort of think of it in terms of, a gold coin as opposed to, like there's an ounce gold coin, there's a quarter ounce gold coin or whatever. So I think the idea behind these are pretty cool. And they just announced them, and they will, I believe you can purchase them now, but they're only available in 25 states. Not only 25 states, and only 3 states will actually allow them to load the Bitcoin on before shipment, which I guess violates some kind of rules or regulations or whatever. So the bulk of these states, if you are in one of these qualifying states, you actually have to make your purchase on their website. They will send you the wallet and then you'll activate it. That's what I did, actually. They sent me the wallets and then I activated it. And I was kind of curious on why did they do it that way. And then I realized it's because I'm in Michigan and it would have violated some regulation to actually send me a preloaded Bitcoin wallet. I don't know why that is. But, you can buy them. These prices are basically based on the current value of Bitcoin. And I'm sure the price of the card is factored in, right? These gold-plated cards are normally like $100. So they've probably worked that price into the current price of Bitcoin. But I like these cards. I've gone through the ringer. The problem that most people have with these cards is the way the wallet is created. They don't trust the company to actually create a private key that the company doesn't know, because the private key is generated at the factory. It's a 2-factor process. Part of it is generated in one manufacturing plant in China, and then the other one is generated, the passphrase is generated in their Nevada plant, and no one has access to the full key. Most people don't trust that process. I think it's pretty good, considering we trust lots of stuff every day. But anyway, we won't go into all of that. But that's why people don't like the Ballet wallet. They don't trust them. People are very skeptical when it comes to crypto, and then they pretty much believe everything they read or see on CNN. So I don't quite get why people suddenly become skeptics when it comes to crypto, where they're perfectly gullible when it comes to everything else. Hey, but we won't go in. We'll go down that rabbit hole either. Emmanuel, thank you again for the tip. How to check what's on Ledger Live in another way. Interesting question. We're going to do some crypto custody tonight. So it's probably a good idea to start with Ledger Live. Ledger Live is the software that you use to access the crypto that you have stored using your Ledger device, which I don't know where mine is. Oh, here it is. Been cleaning up. So yeah, I've got this Ledger device, and it's basically a keychain. It holds private keys. The crypto is not stored on the device. The device is just the private part of the wallet. Ledger Live is the public part of the wallet. Ledger Live has access to the public side of these wallets, the public blockchains. So it can give me, if I look at a wallet, each of these accounts can be considered a separate wallet. So if I look at the Polkadot wallet in Ledger Live, I can see my balance in the wallet. I can see my transaction history. I can see the current dollar value of this, the total assets that I own, right? So, DOT is $6.79 per token. I have 95. So Ledger Live can give me the current value of those 95.879 tokens. So that's Ledger Live. And you'll notice that the device isn't even attached, right? I don't need to have the device attached to look at the public parts of the wallet, right? So the question that Emmanuel asked was, how do I check the wallets on Ledger Live in a different way? Well, I can look at um, my Ethereum in MetaMask, right? As far as the Bitcoin goes, there are ways to look at the Bitcoin that's stored on this device using other wallets, third-party wallets like Electrum Bitcoin Wallet. There are ways to use Electrum Bitcoin Wallet in conjunction with a Ledger device, although I have found it to be a little wonky, especially if you have multiple wallets on the Ledger device. So when you use Electrum with a hardware device like a Ledger or a Trezor, I don't know what mechanism it uses to select the wallet because I've created multiple wallets on this. So as far as checking your Bitcoin that you have, on this stored on this device, if you want to think of it that way, private keys stored on this device, a little tricky with Bitcoin. But as far as Ethereum and all the other EVM chains, you can look at all of your assets in MetaMask by attaching a ledger to MetaMask, right? So if we use MetaMask and we've gone through the Connect hardware wallet, you can connect your Ledger device. You can see that I've already done it here. I've got two different accounts that are connected, that are created by connecting my Ledger device. So let's look at Ledger main, right? So we can look at this wallet, and we'll switch over to the Ethereum blockchain, right? We can look at this wallet using MetaMask. This is the exact same wallet that we see over here in Ledger Live, the Ethereum main wallet. I've named them accordingly so that I can see them, keep them straight in my head, right? So here we've got 0.0713 Ethereum, which is the same. This is the exact same wallet. I'm just looking at it using MetaMask because MetaMask allows me to attach your hardware device, right? So MetaMask is reading the exact same information that Ledger Live is reading. And of course, not only does it see the Ethereum, but it also sees any Ethereum-based tokens that I have in the wallet, which we call ERC20 tokens. So my Ethereum assets I can see in Ledger Live and MetaMask. And also, if they're EVM-based chains, such as Polygon, right? If we switch over to Polygon mainnet, you can see that I have some Matic in this wallet as well, and that's the same wallet that we can see over here in Ledger Live, up here in Polygon main, right? So 1,234 Matic, 1,234 Matic in MetaMask. So MetaMask is the slam dunk easy answer, right? But you could do the same thing in the Coinbase wallet. I believe the Coinbase wallet will allow you to attach a hardware device. You can look at your Atom assets using another third-party wallet. So you can see I've got Cosmos Atom in my Ledger Live. I could look at the exact same wallet using Kepler. So the short answer is there is no short answer, right? There are many other third-party wallets that you can use in conjunction with your Ledger device in order to view and manage your balances, right? But like I said, the Bitcoin is a bit tricky. Now, if you are really, hey, why can't I, I want to be able to see something I can't see in Ledger Live, you can, if you have a mind to, restore a Trezor device using your Ledger backup phrase. And then your Trezor device would be a mirror backup of your, and I believe I've done that, right? So I got to find the wallet if I can. Now I'm just dropping stuff. Here it is. Okay. You know, that reminded me of Captain Kangaroo. When I was a kid, I used to love Captain Kangaroo. And he would he had this big toy box, and he would say, well, let's go find our, our toy train or whatever. And then he would go over to the toy box, and he would go into the toy box, and he was looking for one toy. He would throw the other toys over his shoulder as he was looking for his toys. I just love that about Captain Kangaroo. So there I was, rifling through my little thing, looking for my treasure. This is the treasure that I restored using my Ledger device. So let's go ahead, and I'll show you that I can attach this guy. Now, I wouldn't really recommend this. I did it for a specific reason, but I'll go ahead and show you. I'm going to get rid of this. Let me get the pin entered. Hopefully I did that right. And then I have a wallet that is remembered. So yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah. See, the treasure is already in use. Yeah, I guess. Can I? Yeah, okay. That was kind of weird. How do I look at this? Can I eject that? Let's eject that. Okay. All right, so that's connected, right? Am I doing this right? Okay. I want the standard wallet. Is this going to work? Maybe I've got the wrong device here. It looks like it's doing something, though. Okay, there it goes. It's connecting. I think I had told you guys at some point that the Trezor Suite needed to have the device attached in order to work, but I was wrong about that. You can save wallets in Trezor Suite so that you don't have to reconnect the device every time you use it. But basically now we're looking at my Ledger Live wallet using my Trezor device. Now, and I believe Trezor is not going to see all of those assets that we saw in Ledger Live. It's not perfect because it doesn't, the derivation paths of the way the Trezor Suite works and the Trezor are not identical. But the Bitcoin, and some of these assets I could add, right? Because you can see all these Bitcoin accounts. And this one here. This one is identical to this one over here. Right? It's the same amount of Bitcoin, right? I'm just looking at it like I said, I did a full recovery on my Trezor using my Ledger 24-word backup phrase. Not really recommended, but it is a way to access. If you want to look at your assets that you have in Ledger Live in a different way, that's one way to do it. Not recommended, though. Okay. So, yeah. So, but let's do a little crypto custody. I'm going to disconnect this thing. I don't want to. The reason I won't go into that. I had a specific reason for restoring that wallet. It wasn't I remember it was because Ledger Live wasn't syncing right, and I was getting frustrated. And so I connected I restored my Trezor, and the Trezor worked. For a while, I was having sync issues with Ledger Live. But anyway, we wanted to talk more about Ethereum tonight. So let's talk about Ethereum. Let's take a look at a wallet that we've got. And as I mentioned, we can open up Ledger Live and look at our Ethereum wallet without having to have the device attached. Right? We can also do that with the Trezor. But we've got wallets everywhere. I'm going to get my wallets messed up now. Okay. I put the ledger over there. I'm going to go ahead and connect the ledger device. And, ooh, I've got this button now that turns this thing on. Yay. But I still need to adjust the camera when I do this. Oh, let's get this all the way in, and then we'll do this. There. And you can see it, right? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and enter the PIN. I can turn this off for a second. I like that button. That's kind of cool. Before, I used to have to grab my mouse and move it over and do all that kind of weird stuff. And let's see here. Oh, and something else too that I'll share with you guys. Let me get this PIN entered. Okay, so the PIN was entered successfully. I'll hit this button over here. You can see that. And I'll turn it off again. This little cool device, which I can't really show you. Let me see if I can do it with this thing. I'm pressing my luck here. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so notice this little guy down here. It's kind of hard to see. Down there at the bottom, it's like a microphone. Watch what happens when I accidentally. All right. The only problem is I have to be looking at it to notice that I did that. But it is something that might help me realize that I've accidentally muted my mic instead of talking for 20 minutes with a muted mic. So we'll see how that works out. And I have a stream button at the top that lets me know that I'm streaming. And if I'm not streaming, it looks different. So hopefully, this will help with some of my senior moments with technical issues that we've had on the live stream, right? We've had the mute mic issue, and we've had the disconnect reconnect issue where I've rebooted OBS Studio and then forgot to start streaming again and talk for like 20 minutes. So hopefully the Stream Deck will allow me to avoid that kind of stuff. Charles Rivera, thank you. CryptoDad has helped me since 2017. Without him, I'd be dead in the water. I really appreciate that. That's a really cool thing for you to say. I appreciate that. Celebrate the first super chat. How do you celebrate? I don't know. See, I got to learn all this YouTube stuff. It's telling me I should celebrate that, but I don't know how to celebrate it. I couldn't click on it, but I celebrate. I celebrate you. And then I should do some research and how do I celebrate when someone does super chat? It's cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what that means. It just says celebrate. Yay. I affirm you for that. I appreciate it. How do you revoke access permission to smart contract or token on MetaMask? That I don't know. I don't believe you can revoke permission on a smart contract once it's been activated, right? That would be more of a coding thing, right? That's the whole point of blockchain, is that once you do something, you can't take it back. So I believe that's a little above my technical expertise. I know that there are ways to cancel pending ETH transactions by sending a 0 ETH transaction to the same to yourself with the exact same nonce of the previous transaction, the one that's stuck. But as far as trying to cancel out a smart contract, that's a little beyond what a wallet can do. That's just my take on that. But I'm not a programmer on the Ethereum blockchain. So that would seem to be more of a coder. Maybe it's possible in MetaMask, but if it is, I don't know how it's done. But my instinct is that it's not possible once you've done a smart contract. Now, there are tools that you could use on DEXs that might allow you to alter or like try to change something you've done, like a trade. But generally, that would involve like maybe rebuying what you just sold. But as far as like trying to alter something you've done in a smart contract using MetaMask, I don't think that's. I think that sort of goes against the whole idea. Emmanuel was asking. Oh, he thought that what happens if Ledger goes away. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Now, so if that was your concern, then the idea of being able to import your 24-word backup phrase onto a Trezor was helpful, I think. And also, it's not just Trezor, because even though the Ledger device generated that private key, it is an industry standard private key. It follows all of the standard protocols for backup phrases. So even though there might be some little variations with the derivation paths, you can take that 24-word recovery phrase that you generated when you first set up your ledger and import it into other wallets. I would not import it into MetaMask or any other soft wallet, but it can be imported into other hardware wallets like the Trezor and maybe even Elipal or Keystone or other hardware wallets that may or may not exist, right? So yeah, you are not reliant on the company itself to access your crypto. I had a big discussion about that in my comment section last week. Someone was complaining that the wallet that the video that I did about a particular wallet was a scam, and that you were putting all your trust in this piece of hardware that could fail. And I was like, that's not how hardware wallets work, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to buy some Ethereum, or are we not going to buy some Ethereum? Can we do some crypto custody tonight? Yes, let's try. Let's go to Coinbase. I'm going to try Coinbase here. Let's buy some Ethereum. And I'm going to use my Lake Michigan Credit Bank connection. When you set up a Coinbase account, you don't have to connect a bank account, but if you want to buy and sell any crypto, you're going to have to get money into it somehow. Now, I think you could simply use your debit card, or you could do a wire transfer, if it's a large amount. And I think a wire transfer is probably what privacy-minded people prefer, because you really are kind of keeping your distance from them. You're basically just transferring the money from your bank. So you get the information from Coinbase. They give you the codes the SWIFT code and the accounts or whatever, and then you simply transfer the money from your bank to them. So they don't know that much about your bank. Although I believe when you get a wire transfer, the information is there on both ends, right? It would. I don't know if the recipient can see the bank account or not, but they would know. They would have to know your name and address and maybe the name of your bank, but not necessarily the particulars. But when you connect your bank with ACH to Coinbase, the way they do it now is through Plaid. And a lot of people don't like Plaid because you have to enter your online banking credentials into a third party. I don't have any problem with it because that's just the way things work now. It's an upgrade from the old way, which was actually giving Coinbase your bank account and SWIFT code, which to me seems even more weird than just logging into your online bank using your credentials through Plaid. It's like a secure encrypted connection and whatever. And yes, Plaid does save some of your banking information as a token so that if you do it again, if you decide you're going to make a purchase, they will already have the information so that they can help facilitate the transfer. That's just modern finance stuff, right? But some people are really funky about, I don't want to give anybody my banking password and username. You're not really. Well, you are. You're giving it to Plaid, but Plaid. Anyway, let's buy $50 worth of Ethereum and see what happens. Right? They're going to charge me $1.99. Now we could do this another way, and I think the cheaper way would be to use the. How do you do it? I think there's a way to make a straight up deposit of US dollar. Yeah, if we do add cash, I think, yeah, and then we can take the, yeah, I think this is cheaper. You cannot deposit less than 10. Okay, well, this is more than 10, right? Okay. All right, so yeah, I think that's cheaper to deposit the money directly and then trade for the Ethereum. Although you're going to get a trading fee when you buy the Ethereum. And let's see. Now, I know that when we do this, we're going to get instant access to trade with the $50. But whether or not we're going to be able to make our withdrawal is another question. For a while there, they let me make immediate withdrawals within reason because I had had this Coinbase account. Okay, well, it says available to send or cash out instantly. Okay. So we'll go ahead and make our online deposit. And we're done. All right. So that, I don't believe that cost me anything at all. Right. Let's see if we have access to it. Okay. Yes. So that was, I guess, the cheapest way to fund your Coinbase account. Now, but you'll notice that I don't have any Ethereum yet. They were going to charge me $2 to buy some Ethereum directly, right? Sort of directly, right? They were like, okay, you've got your bank account connected. You want to buy some Ethereum. Bully, we're going to charge you $2. And if I had clicked right, we were about to do this. We were about to go, okay, I'm just going to buy, I don't know if I had it on Ethereum. I may have had it on Bitcoin, right? But yeah, I want to buy it, and they're going to charge me $2, right? So we're just like, no. So let's not do that. Let's just make the deposit outright, which was free. And now that we've got that $50 to play with, let's go trade, right? And let's do the ETH US dollar pair. And we want to buy some Ethereum, right? And we'll make it a market order. And this is the US dollar pair, so I have US dollar in the account. If I use 100%, then there, if you recall, or you didn't, if you noticed, there was $4.80 in there already. So we can use the and there's the fee, 33 cents for this trade. So we're saving $1.60, $1.65, $1.70, whatever, by doing it this way. All right, let's go ahead and buy the Ethereum. So the question is, are they going to let me withdraw this right away? Let's go to assets. Let's refresh here, and we should have the Ethereum in the account now. Okay, so now that we have the Ethereum in the account, let's go ahead and make a withdrawal to our wallet. Right. So a lot of people that are in my live stream, regular viewers, know that I'm an advocate of self-custody. A lot of newcomers might be interested in investing in Bitcoin or Ethereum, and they sign up for a Coinbase account, and they buy it with their dollars, or they fund their trades with a wire transfer. However they do it, they manage to make a purchase on Coinbase or Binance US or Kraken or whatever, or Uphold, God forbid. And then they just kind of hold it on the exchange and wait for the price to go up. And when the price has gone up sufficiently, they sell it back to dollar, I'm assuming, and then they withdraw it back to their bank, right? And, no harm, no foul. I invested in Bitcoin and I traded. I waited for the price to go up and then I traded and I made a profit and I put it back in my bank like a good person should, right? That's not really handling cryptocurrency. That's basically just moving a placeholder around. That's just Coinbase telling you, yeah, you have some Ethereum in your account and we'll treat it as Ethereum. But it's not really your Ethereum, right? It's their Ethereum or Bitcoin. And you're just like using a trading strategy as the price marker goes up and down, right? The real way to custody cryptocurrency is in your own wallet, right? Because we saw last year when FTX collapsed and Celsius that people that thought they owned tokens suddenly lost them because the exchange or the service they were using went belly up, right? People that owned Bitcoin that were storing it in their own wallet had no problems, right? And so more and more people were interested in self-custody at the end of last year because of these events. So that's why I advocate when you make a purchase on Coinbase, big or small, it's best practice to move it from the exchange into your own wallet. This does incur fees, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. You will incur fees when you move your crypto. The blockchains, the way crypto works on blockchains is that it's a public, community-oriented project. And so there are people that are helping the network to run by running nodes or being a miner or whatever, and they get a little piece of the action. So it's not like you can just use Bitcoin for free. There's a price to pay to be part of the community, and that is giving, paying the fees on the blockchain. Now, some of the older Bitcoin wallets would actually allow you to make a transfer with a zero fee. But the problem with that is that that transaction could sit there almost indefinitely sometimes before it actually got mined. But in reality, just understand that moving crypto, there's a price for that. And because there's a price for it on the blockchain, the exchanges charge you withdrawal fees. They charge you trading fees and they charge you withdrawal fees. That's just, you have to understand, that's part of life. That's how crypto works. And if you play your cards right, it really won't matter. If you're making an investment in your future and you're holding this for a long time and the price doubles or triples or quadruples or whatever in the long run, then that $4 fee you paid is not going to really matter 10 years from now. But I know people get really frugal about their money and they get all, there's a fee for that? I'm like, yes, there are fees for this. Yes, it costs you money to self-custody your crypto. It's just putting it out there. So here's our wallet, and I have my device attached. Let's press that little button, turn on that little camera. I think that's pretty cool. Let's move this thing over so I can see my camera a little better. I can't seem to adjust this, but hey, now I can't do anything. Okay. All right, it's not cooperating with me. That's okay. I can move this thing down just a tad. I'm trying to adjust it so I can see the chat window while I'm doing this. Okay, so here we go. Okay, we got it in the right orientation. So what I really don't need the device attached at the moment. Even if I want to do a receive, I can bypass the hardware check if I want to, because I'm certain that this is the correct Ethereum address. But best practice teaches us to go ahead and run the hardware check when we do receives. Now that's optional, right? Now you must use the device when you do a send, right? When you move crypto out of the wallet, you must use the device. It's optional when you do a receive. But we're going to go ahead and run through the entire process, including the hardware check, right? So, okay, I want to receive some Ethereum. We're going to continue. I could just click here and bypass this whole check, but I'm not going to, right? It's the device is attached, the PIN is entered, so it says open your Ethereum app, right? Once it's telling me, it's guiding me through this process, right? Now that the Ethereum app is open, it's going to check the Ethereum wallet. It's going to show me the address on my screen, and it's going to show me the address on my device. This is the hardware check, right? Now we know that this account in Ledger Live is matched to this device. Things can go wrong. If you reset your device, do something funky, it's possible to have a mismatch, and then, you're trying to access a wallet in Ledger Live and the device isn't a match and things go awry and people freak out, right? So this is good best practice to just confirm, okay, I'm putting some crypto in this wallet and this is a match. The device and the account are a match, right? So I'm going to copy the address into my clipboard and then I'll just go ahead and finish off this hardware check. The reason I copied it into my clipboard at that moment was because the address disappeared when I confirmed on the device, right? But it's in my clipboard. Now, sometimes I'll just leave it, right, so I can see it, right? Let's just skip the hardware check, and I can look at the address. That way I can eyeball it when we go over to Coinbase and try to make our withdrawal. So we can click here and play around. Easiest thing is to just go up to the top, do a send receive, and takes it a minute. And we're going to choose the Ethereum because we've got some in the account. And we'll go ahead and send it all. What the heck? And they're going to charge us a fee. Now, I need to paste in the address here that I got from my wallet, right? Now, I've done that, and I can click on Ledger Live to sort of eyeball it in between, right? Back and forth. So just verify that these addresses are a match, right? I don't need a note, although you might want to do it if you want. You can put the date or whatever, or the reason why you're moving this Ethereum. We'll hit continue here. And the next step is, okay, there's the fee. Actually, their withdrawal, they call it a network fee. It's kind of the withdrawal fee. It's really not that much. Now, over the past, let's just do it ETH. It depends on the action on the Ethereum network. Sometimes it can be really high. But, whoops. Right now we're looking, well, it's $1, right? It's $1.10. So it's nothing to sneeze at. But I've seen withdrawal fees, 10, 20 bucks. Just crazy back in the, heady days. We're hoping that the new Ethereum upgrades will ease that burden of these high transfer fees. All right, so we've got our withdrawal lined up. We're ready to roll. Right, it's going to charge us $1.10. We'll hit send now, and then I'll need my two-factor authentication. And let's see if it's going to let me send it. That would be nice, right? After all, I paid for it, right? I have every right. I use my Coinbase two-factor. And are they going to let me do it? I guess they are. It just depends. Like sometimes they'll say you're going to have to wait 5 business days to make your withdrawal. I guess it just depends on their whims, right? Because I was a regular customer for many years. I've had my Coinbase account since 2017. And they had been pretty lenient with me as far as, we've based on your past history, you're pretty regularly buying crypto and making immediate withdrawals, and you don't use like crazy amounts, right? If it were like 500 grand, they might think twice about giving me an immediate withdrawal. But then. Several months back, I remember I tried to make an immediate withdrawal, and they were like, you can't. You have to wait. So I don't know how they base these decisions. Okay, so it looks like it worked out okay. And then we can just go over to our wallet and just kind of wait for the Ethereum to come into the wallet. You can see there that it's doing its little sync stuff. So I spent a lot of time purchasing Ethereum and making a withdrawal, whatever. Had to pay $1 for my side of kimchi for lunch today. What kind of Korean restaurant is that, Scott? When I lived in Korea, boy, you could eat. They gave you kimchi on the street for free. I know Scott's in Hawaii, but and Scott probably knows I lived in Korea for about 3 years total. There, the Ethereum just came in, and I was a foreign English teacher, and almost every restaurant you go in, they'll give you kimchi for free, man. But what was really cool about Korea was like every neighborhood had a little store for everything. Like every neighborhood had a little kimchi dive. Every neighborhood had like a little Korean barbecue. Every neighborhood had like a pork place. Every neighborhood had a little butcher. Every neighborhood had a little convenience store. Like everything was in walking distance. It was really dense the way it was. And if you walk like 10 blocks down, you would see another little kimchi dive, another little barbecue place, another little butcher, another little, convenience store. It was like every little neighborhood had one of, and they were all like, there weren't any big chains when I was there. There were some. I mean, Samsung, they owned everything. But like the neighborhoods all had little local shops. It was really cool. But the kimchi dives were cool because, not kimchi, I'm saying gimbap. I'm sorry, I have my terms mixed up. Gimbap is kind of like sushi, Korean sushi, where they roll up, they take rice with vegetables and kimchi and like a turnip, sweet turnip and stuff, and they roll it up in seaweed. Right? They call it gim, and bop is their word for rice. So gimbap, basically just rice wrapped in seaweed, and then there's stuff in the middle, and it's a roll, and then they chop it up, and you can eat it, like as little rolls. And it was like $1. You could go eat lunch for $1, and I think they gave you 2 rolls for $1 or something back. It was just dirt cheap to eat there. It was cheaper to eat at a gimbap joint than it was to buy groceries. Good, man. I think it's more now. Anyway. Chat disconnected. Please wait. We'll try to disconnect you. To reconnect me. Did you guys lose me? Is everybody still here or no? Whoops. Kimchi, isn't that Japan? No, it's kimchi is Korean. It's rancid cabbage with hot peppers. Got the host on a tangent. Weird. Yeah. Kimchi. Korean food. Kimchi, in the US, when you sit down, like you go over to a friend's house and they'll put food down, they'll go, "Have this, man. It's really good. You should try this. It's really good." You know how they are in Korea, they're always like, "Here, eat this. It's good for you. It's so healthy." Like they love to tell you their food is healthy. All right, so here we are. Dan had an issue. Am I okay? It was just Dan. Oh, okay. Thank God. I'm not glad that you got disconnected. I'm just glad that I'm not disconnected. Okay, so that was a successful transfer of Ethereum. Now, I can see the Ethereum in Ledger Live, and that I know it's there, right? Because the Ethereum account is checking the blockchain, right? So I can go down here, and there's that little transaction that just came in, that $53.40 worth of Ethereum. Now, don't look at that $53.40 and go, "Wait a minute, didn't you say the fee was $1 and $1.10 and you had $1, you had 54 and the math doesn't work out right." Well, Actually, I think it did work out right because it was 54 something, and then it came out to 53.40. Because we minus the $1.10 out of there. But it doesn't always come out so clean because not only would there may have been fluctuations in the price of Ethereum, right? Which there is no concrete price of Ethereum anywhere, but the market price of Ethereum on various exchanges may have fluctuated in between the time I transferred it from Coinbase and received it in my wallet. But you also have to realize that the price APIs that Ledger Live uses to get the current price of Ethereum, let's just assume that the price of Ethereum did not change at all, right? There was no market action in Ethereum. We're looking in a vacuum at the price of Ethereum. Even if the price of Ethereum did not change at all, the pricing APIs that Ledger Live uses to get the current price of Ethereum are not the exact same methods that Coinbase uses to get their current price of Ethereum, right? So there might be a discrepancy in the dollar value of the Ethereum that you see in your wallet as opposed to what the dollar value of the Ethereum was when it left Coinbase, right? Don't get all freaked out about that. Really, the main thing is this number, the amount of Ethereum that you transferred. And I'll bet that that's a match, right? If we look at our Coinbase account and then we go over here to assets, which we were in, and we go to Ethereum, and then we go to the primary balance over here, we should see that they sent 0.2597, and this is 0.2545, right? So there may be like a rounding error, or did they subtract? I'm not sure. It looks like they sent exactly 0.0529. Now we can look at this from Coinbase. We can look at the Blockchain Explorer, and we can look at the transaction on their end. It's the same as we would see if we looked it up from here, although it might be a slightly different Blockchain Explorer. Actually, it took us to the exact same page, right? The same page, the transaction on the Ethereum blockchain. And so there's the fee, there's the value. Where's the amount? I don't see it here. I don't know. Well, it's part of a larger block of Ethereum transfers because Coinbase kind of folded my transaction in along with a bunch of other people that were playing around with Ethereum, right? So, but according to Coinbase, this is the amount they sent out, 0.259784. So I would kind of have to find that 25974, 25974. I don't see it here. And I think there's more than these, right? Anyway. So just be aware of that, right? Not only are there price fluctuations, in the market, but there are also different ways of gathering the current price to show you that dollar value. And I guess my point is really that dollar value is not that important when you're just thinking in terms of crypto, right? How much Ethereum do I have in my wallet right now? That's more important to me than the current value of it, right? Because for me, if it's a long-term thing, then I'm kind of like, I'm not really worried about what the price is day to day, right? I might be worried on long term, monthly or yearly or whatever, but not so much between the time I transfer it from Coinbase and the time I see it in my Ledger Live wallet, right? And we talked earlier, Emmanuel had asked me, how do I see these balances in other places or other ways? And so I talked about how to do look at the exact same Ethereum wallet using MetaMask, right? So we were over here in MetaMask looking at the exact same wallet, right? If you'll remember when we did that transfer in Ledger Live, we did that receive, right? That's the address right there, 00 blah, 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 ends in 2445. So if we look in MetaMask, you can see there's that same ending. This is the exact same wallet. I'm just looking at it using MetaMask. Same balance. Let's go back over to the Ethereum, and we should see that updated balance too, right? And we should see the activity, although I'm not that crazy about the MetaMask activity window. I don't think it's very thorough, right? Because it's not even showing that incoming Ethereum, right? It's, I don't know what it's showing. This is like, that's from a different wallet or whatever. That's a long time ago, right? March 9. I don't know why I don't see that incoming. Now, you can also go to the blockchain somehow from here. View asset and explorer, right? It's going to take us back. This is the entire wallet. And I don't know why I don't see. Okay, there's the one that came in from Coinbase, right? Under internal transactions. Maybe this one is for swaps, trades, or whatever. The internal one shows me that that 0.254508 ETH came in 11 minutes ago, right? So don't think that if you have a wallet that you are completely dependent on that wallet for your crypto. As long as that wallet, is a valid either soft or hard wallet, and it's a self-custody wallet, and it generated a backup phrase for you, which you wrote down and saved. As long as you have that backup phrase, the wallet company can go out of business, the wallet can get smashed on the ground or dropped in the water or chewed up by your dog or, buried in the backyard or whatever. You're not reliant on the device for your crypto, right? Your crypto backup phrase can restore your wallet to a myriad of different devices and or wallets, right? You want to be careful if you have a hardware wallet to not import that 24-word backup phrase into a soft wallet like MetaMask, right? You don't want to set up MetaMask, and when it asks you to import the wallet, don't use your hardware backup phrase to set up a MetaMask wallet in your browser, because basically you're just bypassing the security of your hardware device by doing that. Let's see. There was some other stuff I wanted to do. We've been talking a lot about wallets, right? What crypto wallet is right for you? This kind of came up when I did my Ballet wallet video. I did a video introducing these denominational wallets for Ballet. And like I said, there's a lot of people that they don't trust Ballet wallets. They think it's a scam. They think that they're going to put all their crypto in a Ballet wallet, and then one of these days Bobby Lee is just going to decide to, steal everybody's crypto. Although they've had the wallet since 2017 and he still hasn't stolen anybody's crypto yet. But people just don't trust the process, right? They go, it's not happening. I don't know how they're generating the private key, and they can't possibly be honest, right? But the same thing happens with hardware wallets, right? A lot of people, they don't trust the hardware wallet. To generate a random private key. A lot of people mistrust Ledger and Trezor devices and say, how do I know that when I initialize my Ledger device that the private key is not being pushed onto my device from Ledger? Or that how do I know that Ledger does not record or know my backup phrase, right? They don't trust Ledger, right? So with Ledger, it's a little easier because the device is designed to generate a random private key, and it has been tested by third parties. Now, as far as third-party testing on Ballet, I'm not too sure. I just think they run on reputation, but they probably also are tested or regulated somehow, right? So, but, like I said, people seem to be very skeptical when it comes to crypto and crypto wallets, and then very trusting in other areas of their life. You can generate a random key by rolling dice if you want to, right? So if you feel like you don't trust the wallet to generate a random key, you can generate your own recovery phrase, rolling dice, right? There's 2,048 words in the backup phrase. Where's my mouse? Is my mouse going haywire on me here? I've lost my mouse. Doggone it. Oh. Let me plug my mouse in here. Okay, let's see. Are we going to get our mouse back or not? I guess not. Okay, got it. Yay. There's the mouse. That's some quick live troubleshooting there. Oh, and I guess JDO's still here, but he made the comment when I bought that Stream Deck that, that's all Rex needs is another USB device. Well, as it turns out, I did need to buy a powered USB hub in order to fit in the Stream Deck into this whole setup, right? So at this point, I have 4 USB hubs. I have the powered TP-Link 8-port hub, and then each of I have 3 monitors, and each of the monitors is a USB hub too. It's because the monitors have USB ports on the side. So, and everything is connected. Okay. Soccer mom. Yay. I was multitasking during the first hour. You can also use the MetaMask Portfolio DApp to view nearly all of your coins simultaneously. Yes, I should demo that for you. It used to be down here and it would say Portfolio, but now it's over here on the side with this little icon. I was really confused about that. Now, after a week or so, it's kind of like second nature to just click here. But I don't know why they would do that. I mean, if they were using this wallet for the first time, how would they know that this is the portfolio site? But it is, right? You click this link and it takes you over to the portfolio site. I think we talked about this earlier. You can fine tune this to give you kind of a granular view of your individual accounts. Or you can have it look at every single wallet that's in your MetaMask. And if you look at my MetaMask, you'll see not only do I have multiple chains, something just happened. Oh, it's my wife's computer. That scared me. I thought it was me. You have multiple chains that you can manage in MetaMask, and you have multiple accounts that you can manage in MetaMask. And as you can see, not only do I have standalone accounts here, which I left at their default names, except for this one, CryptoDad main, but you can also attach devices, right? I imported a wallet there, you can see, from another copy of MetaMask. You can do that using the private key. And you can have accounts associated with your Ledger device and Trezor, but the Trezor is gone now. But I could always reconnect it. So all the accounts are being factored into this number, right? The value of the portfolio. But we can deselect them all and just look at one wallet. Like, for instance, we could just look at this wallet, right? And it also has all networks. I can deselect all networks and just choose one, right? So, okay, I just want to see this wallet using only the Binance Smart Chain, right? So notice that each icon there is the Binance Smart Chain, right? And then, okay, well, I'd like to see this wallet with both the Ethereum and the BNB chain, right? I want to see both, right? And then if you scroll down, you'll see the Ethereum-based assets have no little icon next to them, right? We could just turn off the BNB chain if we want and only look at the Ethereum assets. Pretty cool, right? And so we can turn on Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum, and then maybe look at more than one wallet, right? Like, okay, why don't I look at my one of my Ledger accounts in conjunction with this other account? Why does it say 3,000 there? It seems kind of weird. Maybe this number here is looking at all of the chains, right? Let's check what that is, right? Because this number is different than this number, right? This number 31.5 is different from 17.93. So let's go ahead and select all networks and see if we get that number. Yeah, we do. So when you pull this down, it's looking at all the chains that it has access to. Right here, this 31.5. But if I turn off all the networks and maybe just look at one, I'm getting the current value on this particular network. So the MetaMask is a great non-custodial wallet. It is a hot wallet unless, of course, you use it in conjunction with a hardware device, right? It's got this Connect hardware wallet. But that hardware wallet account, these accounts are only these two accounts are being protected by the hardware wallet. These other accounts are still standalone. They're still hot wallets, vulnerable to hacking, in theory, right? So just because I've connected my Ledger device and have access to these two accounts does not mean that my hardware device is now protecting these accounts, right? These are standalone accounts that were created within MetaMask using the browser extension where the private key is stored on my computer, right? So those accounts are hot wallets. But these two accounts here that are based on the Ledger are cold wallets, right? So there's a little bit of overlap when it comes to MetaMask, right? It's both a hot wallet and a cold wallet, right? Or a hard wallet or a soft wallet, right? It's a hardware wallet or a software wallet. It's both. Just like Ledger Live, right? Ledger Live is basically a software wallet that, shows you accounts based on wallets you've created using the hardware device. So really, it's the Ledger Live software is basically a hardware wallet, but in the sense that you can view your balances in your portfolio without having the device attached. In that way, kind of a soft wallet or a hot wallet, but the fact that the wallets are based on the hardware means that you cannot withdraw any of these assets without access to the device, and that makes it a hardware wallet, right? Even though it's software based. It's looking at wallets that are protected by the hardware device. But MetaMask, and you can't create accounts in Ledger Live that aren't based on the Ledger device. But in MetaMask, you can. You can create standalone accounts in MetaMask and also manage hardware wallets, right? So MetaMask kind of can bridge between different types of wallets. And as I mentioned, Coinbase Wallet is an extension that you can also use in conjunction with your hardware wallet. But the Coinbase Wallet extension kind of interferes with the MetaMask extension when you're trying to connect to DEXs. And so I've taken it out of my list. Right? There's also a Trust Wallet extension too that plays havoc with my DEXs as well. You can see here I've got a lot of different wallets. So the topic that we were on is what wallet is best for me. If you have money uh, to spare and you can afford $150 Ledger Nano X, then I would recommend, and you want to protect your crypto, then I would recommend spending the money. It's well worth it to get yourself a hardware wallet. I like the Ledger Nano X. I also like the Ledger T, Ledger Model T. That's even more expensive than this one, right? But both of those companies have cheaper hardware wallets, which have a little less functionality, but are still safe and secure ways of storing your cryptocurrency, right? So we've got Ledger Nano S Plus. Oh, and they're running this thing now where you can get the wallet is not preloaded with Bitcoin. Remember when I talked about Ballet Wallet, how they couldn't preload the Bitcoin on the wallet when they shipped it? Ledger is, the same way, right? They can't just send you the wallet with the $30 of Bitcoin already on there. They send you the wallet and a little redemption card, and then you use the redemption card to claim the Bitcoin, right? But that's their deal now. That's their current deal. It's pretty cool, which I failed to do a video on. I should have. I think I'm running out of time. I think this expires in a few days, actually. But what I was getting to is there are cheaper options than the Ledger Nano X, right? You can get the Ledger Nano. The Stacks is in stock soon. We don't have that yet. But you've got the Ledger Nano X for $150, and you've got the Ledger Nano S for $79. The Ledger Nano S is just as good as the Ledger Nano X, just doesn't have the mobile stuff, right? There's no Bluetooth, and there's no separate battery that you can charge, right? Has to be connected to a computer to operate, right? I think you can connect it to a phone if you have an Android phone and the proper cable. But basically, I use it more as a desktop type device. Ledger Nano X does everything this does. Like, I don't really use the Ledger Nano X mobilely, sometimes, but not very often. Most of the time, it's at home with me, connected to my computer, right? But I like it. I've been using it for quite a while. But this is a perfectly good option if you want to save some money and you don't care about the mobile function, like me. You're mostly at home. And then Trezor also has the Trezor T, which I like, which I was playing with earlier. But they also have the Model 1, which is only $69. So the Trezor Model T is $219. Trezor Model 1 is $69. There are other hardware wallets out there like Keystone. Keystone Pro, which is another good hardware wallet. It's a air-gapped wallet. Air-gapped is a little more less of an attack surface because there are no cables. It's you're scanning QR codes to sign transactions, but it is a little more complicated to use, right? Elapol is also very similar the way it works. I don't know why I went to Elapol. There we go. It's another air gap. Well, no, I don't think Elapol is air gapped, if I'm mistaken. I forget. It's been a while. Is it? It's a good question. I haven't used the Elapol in so long. I don't think it's air gapped, is it? Oh, it is. Okay, it's air gapped. Pardon me. Yes. So the air gapped solution is a little complicated because you have to use it like with your phone. You have to scan it with your phone and scan with your phone the other device, to sign transactions. It's a little complicated, but more secure, so they say. I think you lose in the. I'm not sure if the balance of security and convenience is worth it. Right. I prefer a ledger or a Trezor. The ease of use is good, and I don't think that the security factor is much different. I could be wrong, but I don't. So yeah, those are all the hardware wallets that are good. And what is right for you? It depends on your budget. It depends on your use case. Maybe if you don't know anything about crypto and you just want to buy some Bitcoin, a long-term HODL storage, then maybe this is better for you, right? Because you buy this, the wallet is preloaded. You don't have to purchase on an exchange, transfer to your wallet. It's just in there and, safe and secure, right? The private key is under a sticker on the back, right? So it is basically, if someone grabs it, they've got your Bitcoin, right? The ledger device and the Trezor device are protected by, you might have a passphrase or a PIN code or whatever. So if someone were to steal one of those, then they may not be able to access your crypto, right? Most likely they wouldn't because they don't know your PIN, right? But someone might stumble upon your backup phrase and then they have your crypto, right? So it all depends on your perspective, right? But I talked in the ballet video, like, oh yeah, sure, if someone gets your card, they've got your Bitcoin. Yeah, that's true. Well, the same holds for a gold coin. Someone steals your gold coin, they've got your gold coin, right? But I've never heard anyone say, don't buy gold, someone might steal it. Or if you lose this card, you lose your crypto, right? I've never heard anyone say, don't buy gold, you might lose it, right? So anyway, let me see what's going on over the chat. I've just been babbling. Is there any hardware wallet where you don't need to log into a PC? That's a really good question. The Ledger Nano X can be used only with your phone. Although, unfortunately, you do need a computer to update the firmware, and the firmware does need to be updated periodically. So even though it can, in theory, be used without a computer, it does require a computer to update its firmware. And I don't think the Trezor has a mobile type wallet, right? There was another wallet, Tangem. Tangem wallet does not need a computer. It can be used with a computer, but it does not need it. Now, it's kind of its own little particular use case, right? It's not that expensive, right? But the hardware is built into these little cards. The private key is stored on these little cards. And so when you, all you need is a phone. You download their app, and then the card authorizes the transactions. So the Tangem wallet can be used without a computer. Now, I don't know if the firmware ever needs to be updated on these or how it works. I think that the way the private key is stored on this thing is pretty static, so it doesn't really need to, have upgraded firmware on the card. Although I did get an email from them saying that they have a better card out now, and they would be happy to send it to me as like, oh, we got a better card now. We got a better version of our card now. We'll I don't remember what it was, but it was like, we'd be happy to send it to you since you own one of these already. If you send us I don't know if I had to send the old one back or not. But see, that there's always that conundrum when you have a piece of technology, it needs to be updated, right? Technology just doesn't sit around. But ideally, in theory, you can use the Tangem wallet with just your phone. And then there's this other one too. I forget what this thing is. What is this thing? If I can turn it on. Probably needs to be charged. Yeah, I doubt it's going to come on. Oh, okay. One key. Okay, yeah. I think the one key. One key is pretty cool. I did a video on the one key. I don't think you need a computer. I believe it can interface with the phone app. Yeah, I would have to go. I haven't used it in a couple of months, but I'm pretty sure you don't have to have a computer to use this with your phone, but not 100% sure. It's a pretty cool wallet. Yeah, they sent me one. Well, let's see what happens when we do this. Okay. Okay, look. So you've got a desktop app. You've got a mobile app that you can use for iOS and Android. You have a browser extension. Then you also have this hardware bridge. So, yeah, but I'm not sure how the upgrade of the firmware or whatever, if it needs to be updated. But it's a pretty cool little handheld device. I like it. So that might be an option too. Like, I don't think you have to have a computer to use this. Is it 8 o'clock already? Okay, Solana Saga Phone also serves as a hardware wallet. That's cool. There are many hardware wallets on your phone connected to a different device. Can someone tell me if you have your Nano X on your laptop, if your laptop is stolen, can they access your crypto, or did they need the Nano connected to the laptop and the 8 digits? Thank you. Taxi G, yes, that is correct. They cannot access your crypto simply by using the laptop without the device, right? Now, if they steal the laptop and the device, then they would still need to know your PIN, right? So, but yeah, I mean, just having someone steal your laptop with your copy of Ledger Live gives them no access to your crypto whatsoever, because the private keys are not stored in Ledger Live or on your computer. They're on the device. So all you have to do is get another laptop, and then you can reinstall Ledger Live on a different computer if you lose the computer that you're using. Yeah. So you're safe if someone steals your laptop. You're not very happy, but they won't be able to access any of your crypto just using the Ledger Live on the laptop. That's what the hardware wallet is designed to. That's the function of the hardware wallet, right? You cannot access the crypto. Now they could see your balance, so you might lose a bit of privacy if they are able to access the laptop. I don't know if you have a password on your laptop, but they could open up the laptop and see your crypto, but they can't access it. But there would be a loss of privacy there, right? Maybe not very secure if they know if you've got like, 100 grand worth of crypto stored on your device. They steal your laptop and they say, oh, geez, look, this guy's got all this crypto. Maybe we should circle back around and find his device or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it's a security breach for someone to steal your laptop that has your Ledger Live on there, but they can't access the crypto with just the laptop. I've been on a roll tonight. Hard to believe you've been going 2 hours already. Yes, isn't that great? My new buttons, right? Oh, and here I'm gonna push a button here. Promo. Da-da-da. Switch scenes. Don't forget, we do this every Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions, and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. Let's press another button. Thank you, Charles Rivera. I appreciate it. Let's press another button. There we go. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon.